Thank you, everybody. What an exciting month this is. A lot of stuff happening here in Arizona and across the nation and around the world. Flag Day is coming up, June 14th. A lot of people might not know that Flag Day is President Trump's birthday. Did you guys know that? President Donald Trump's birthday is June 14th. So is former Maricopa County Sheriff Joe Arpaio. That's his birthday on June 14th. Believe it or not, totally true. Also, pop music sensation Boy George, his birthday is June 14th. So there's a lot to be celebrated on Flag Day. And because of these guys sharing a birthday, I thought we'd play a little game tonight. We're going to play, is this a Boy George lyric or a Donald Trump tweet? We're playing that here tonight. I have a list here, and number 5 may shock you. Okay, here we go. I've asked a couple of audience members to participate, if you guys wouldn't mind coming up. Let's put your hands together for Brian and Casey, everybody. Brian and Casey. Feel free to take a seat. Okay, we've played games like this before. It's basically kind of like a this or that situation, okay, where I am going to read a sentence to you that is either an excerpt from a Donald Trump tweet or a Boy George song, both with Culture Club and his prestigious solo career. And we'll just go back and forth. So Casey, ladies first, you'll go first, then Brian, back and forth. I'll keep score. And to the victor, the spoils at the end. Are you guys excited? Are you ready? Yeah. Casey, here we go. And so you'll simply have to answer, yes, that's a Donald Trump tweet, or no, that is a Boy George lyric. It's that simple. Okay, here we go. And you guys can't see through the card, right? Okay. Here is a quote. This is either an excerpt from a Boy George song or a Donald Trump tweet. My God is bigger than your God. My God is better than yours.
Boy George.
That's correct. That is a Boy George lyric from the song My God. So I'm just going to put a C here next to that one to indicate you got it right. Okay, Brian, you ready?
Ready.
Don't be afraid to be unique. Every day is an opportunity to show what you can do.
Tweet.
Donald Trump tweet, you say?
Yes.
You're correct. He tweeted that on January 6th, 2014. Put a little B here for that. Okay. You guys can't see these, right? All right. It's making you think a little bit. It's giving you pause, right? Like that sounds so much like the one thing that I bet it's the other thing, but wait, he might think I think that, and now I'm going to say the first thing.
That's go through that thought process.
Absolutely. I know that. As a talk show host, I have an expertise on the human mind. Here we go, Casey. The truth is a beautiful weapon.
I'm going to say Donald Trump.
You would be correct. It is Donald Trump. Okay, Brian, number 4. Don't take this one personally. You liar, you coward, you sleeping fool. Hey, don't you know that secrets kill? Is that a Trump tweet or a Boy George lyric?
Whoa.
You liar, you coward, you sleeping fool. Hey, don't you know that secrets kill?
Boy George.
You're correct. That is a Boy George lyric from the song Unfinished Business. Okay, here we go, Casey. Who made the rules? Because the rules ain't fun. Donald Trump or Boy George?
Boy George.
You are correct, Boy George. Who, folks may remember, starred in a very memorable episode of The A-Team. Okay, Brian. I thought this would be a little more interesting, but here we go. My thanks to, I believe it's TrumpTweetArchive.com, where you can search for specific Trump tweets by topic. It's very interesting. I typed in the word... No, not at all. Absolutely not at all. Just thought I'd kill a little time because I thought you guys... I didn't type in Boy George. I should have done that. Get off the stage, Brian. You win. All right. Be ready to fight for your rights and all will be well.
Trump.
That is Trump, July 17th, 2014. Okay, Casey, here we go. Dick Clark was a friend of mine.
I'm going to say Trump.
Trump? You sure you don't think that's a lyric from a Boy George song commenting on the industry? Dick Clark was a friend of mine. Counted down top 10. I never broke number 9. It sounds like it could be like a Bob Dylan song the way I sang it. But Dick Clark was a friend of mine. You're saying who? Trump?
Yeah.
You're right. He said that on April 19th, 2012. I will assume shortly after Dick Clark's passing. Without passion, you don't have energy. Without energy, you have nothing.
Trump.
You're right. That's Trump. July 31st, 2013. Okay, here we go, Casey. I don't know why I'm like, now I feel like I'm competing with you guys. I'm competing with you guys because I thought this was tricky. I don't try to hide when I think about the laughter directed at me. Who is this for?
Me.
Okay, I don't try to hide when I think about the laughter directed at me. Is it from a Boy George song or is it from Donald Trump's Twitter account?
I'm going to say Boy George.
And you would be correct. From the song We've Got the Right. Should have offered bonus points if you can name the album that song is on. I don't even think Boy George could. I've been talking less, thinking more. Brian.
Really? Boy George.
That is indeed Boy George. Wow, okay. Well, let's see. Right now we have Casey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Brian, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the tiebreaker.
Do we have to buzz in?
Yes, you will have to say your own name as quickly as you can, and then follow that with Trump or Boy George. Okay, so you guys are now playing a real game, okay? You lose the, your hoity-toity attitude about, oh, of course, that's Donald Trump. Okay. What's Boy George thinking when he writes a song that says, my God is bigger than your God, my God is better than your... No, I'm just saying, and I'm just reflecting now that you hear that, and you don't think that would be a Boy George song, Mr. Accepting of Everybody. Surely that is our bigoted president. But no, you guys saw right through it and thought Boy George perhaps likes to add some artistic antagonism into his music to challenge his listeners, not just get their feet tapping. Okay.
You want to know who said that?
No, we know that Boy George said that. Boy George said that from his song My God. I'm just stunned that you were able to so quickly say, oh yeah, Boy George. When even I, looking at the internet, saw that and I thought, did Donald Trump say that? No, I'm looking at Boy George lyrics on metrolyrics.com as I eliminate these 5 big windows popping up. Okay, here we go. I'm going to read a quote and say your name, and then follow that with your answer. Is it Boy George or Donald Trump? And to the victor, the spoils. Here we go. And this is a long one, so. Try not to be afraid. So many things can happen, but nothing's ever quite as bad as it might appear.
Right.
Okay.
Trump.
It's not Trump! I knew this was difficult. That's Boy George from the song Try Not to Be Afraid. Try not to be afraid. So many things can happen, but nothing's ever quite as bad as it might appear. Thank you for playing. Hold on, before you leave, I have your prize. Now, I self-published my own mini-comic called Amazing Arizona Comics, and in issue number 24, the celebrities that are born on Flag Day, like Boy George, Donald Trump, and Sheriff Arpaio, are summoned by the spirit of Betsy Ross to fight evil as the agents of Flag, and so you win that package. And you know what, Brian? To quote Boy George, nothing's ever quite as bad as it appears. You get one too. Why not? There you go. Brian and Casey, put your hands together for these guys.